Shoot of the run. Now I take your entire livestock.
We were just discussing how many slaves we could take in a fight.
Well, you can ask all these dwarf commoners. They're well kept.
Yeah. Let's see. So we get out the circle tool and just. I think I'm winning that fight. Brutal savage wrecked. I'm absolutely wrecked.
Rescues the fucking civvies annihilated on the spot.
I wouldn't say free so much as under new management.
No!
Oh, and the Grand Adventure Treasure Company.
You'll be paid a reasonable wage, but you have to work under us and nobody else. Also, sign these NDAs.
A little bit more than nothing.
If we catch you working for anybody else, we'll give you severance pay and tell you to not come back unless you're willing to take on a longer-term contract.
We are very reasonable.
Also, you have to sign these NDAs for the gayest attachment.
I was obsessed with it.
NDA.
Cecilia is going to make one of you gay. We will not tell you who.
If you can figure out which one it is before the end of your contract, you will be rewarded with the box.
You'll suffer gay ass the curse.
It's not even a save either. It just happens.
Oh, right.
When we snap our fingers, you won't remember which one of you was gay.
Oh, I always remember which one of us is gay.
That's
Sure,
my
you had to
secret.
ask at the start of combat.
I always know. Ooh.
I have to remember, I'm the one making them gay.
If you don't remember, who will?
You don't have to, but you can if you want to.
I guess I'm going to go peace.
Peace take you. Hit him with the salsa verde de peace.
If your piss is salsa verde in color, you should see a doctor.
No. I sell this to restaurants. It works well. Even comes with chunky salsa. Okay.
I woke up early because I thought there was no D&D, and I was like, great, I don't need to sleep, man. I'll just go to bed
Looks at
whenever I
the
feel like it.
No, we own you.
Where are you? Looks at Hades from fucking Hercules over here.
I don't think I've seen that movie since I was like 10.
Hell yeah, dude. Great movie. Boy, you can't have it to its own mind.
Who are we missing?
Nobody. We're all here. I'm just grabbing Ocelia Bay.
True. This is all of us. Yeah, this is gonna be an Ocelia day. We're gonna watch Rosie and Josh talk it out
Talk it out. Mom and
or
son.
walk into their hatred.
Hey guys, while we're not being rendered, you want to T-pose off the side of the ship?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, gravity doesn't exist while you're not being rendered, so you can just hover there. It's great.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna phase through the the BBEG's vault word, steal all their shit.
I'm gonna get my
Being
animation stuck onto the stairs and make a horrific noise that everybody within 5 feet hears, and it goes silent if you're any further away.
It's like being a sleeper in GTFO. If you spawn too many rooms away, you don't get any game updates, and your
Rooms
pathing
array.
goes to shit.
Even if there's a downed person next to them. Who the fuck? What's the name of that glitch that I hate? Good name.
Vecna?
No,
No.
the other one.
Ilmera?
In this game.
Yeah, Ilmera. Lady Ilmera.
Elmer, Lady Elmer. For some reason I thought it was Imperia Sorrow. Well, that's Rosie's like mother. From my old game.
Curious Sorrow. What a fucking title.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm not being rendered, and I start duplicating the frog.
No! No! There's only supposed to be so many! What have you done? You've killed us all!
I did the Skyrim dupe, where I just spawned 600 frogs on the deck.
So, very short recap on the forefront of... You guys have initially started off with the combat. Sokka and Wembley landing down invisibly on the enemy ship. Obviously, with an excellent plan in mind. Everything broke out into mass chaos and combat. At that situation, as Ven had insisted on joining you, but ended up getting a little bit bum rushed by many of the lizard folk. Some of them trying to take a chunk out of crime in this situation. After a cacophonous combat of explosions, fire, invisible fucking fights, explosions of toxic gas, acid, and more, back end of the ship had ruptured, blew up into flame due to sockets. Intense heat and prowess of rage. In that situation of melting through most of the deck's ships. Most of the ship's deck, as I fucking reversed my words there. Excellent. You had very quickly put down the rest of the casters and quickly found that there was a very tense moment, as you'd seen that Ven was not moving before Annette came over, shooting down a healing word to the small lad, who woke back up before she had come to join everyone downstairs. Socket seeing that those two were safe, the Naga that had risen from the holds, the galleon's hold below. At that situation, thankfully, Annette was not blighted into oblivion, but left fairly wounded from the necrotic energy. At that situation, you were able to repel it and suggest it. At that point, gave enough of a breather to where the slave master and more were not able to slaughter anyone else. in the cacophony of this chaos and the rupturing fire, it moved back down to the Naga's hold, where it was filled copiously with mud. Realizing that it wasn't just the mud, but multiple treasure chests and other, you had quickly started taking it after defeating the Naga in combat. In the midst of this situation, Wembley and Zakit grabbed the largest chests. Annette was able to grab another one, as you had thoroughly looted what you could before the rest of it sank beneath the waves. At that situation, especially with many of the dwarfs that you had freed during the midst of the combat now joining you on the ship, the back half of the ship is partially damaged, some concerns there, as the engine rumbles and roils loudly, but still the occasional cough here and there, just from the initial damage from the lightning bolt, as well as the entire galleon mashing into the back of this one. Thas is trying to keep it on track as best as he can. Some were able to take a moment, have a breather, relax, and, well, effectively kind of get the dwarfs settled and start recuperating. In the midst of this, Osilie was finally able to tap into more of the deeper powers within. Reaching out for a brief moment to the god that is connected to them. It was at that situation that they had been pulled away. The ship itself kind of sifting away as the river of mud and other continued, churning of blood and skull and bone had filled the chamber. The sun blackening out from the sky as they were left alone in the room with the very patron that they had sought answers from. Slide on over.
Oh,
It's what you see, Celia.
fancy spooky map.
As the veiled
Jesus
lady,
Christ.
as the veiled lady looks upon you, it's hard to tell, but even with this silhouette of the wisping sheets and other, you see what looks like the soft alabaster white smile of a woman.
All right. 5 questions. How was I bound to you?
Judith did fine work, but we still had to be sacrificed to me. That's where many of the other nobles that you are currently hunting came into play. After the sacrifice, I had bound some threads with you and made you reliable.
Hmm. What have you run? We'll get that down. Alright. Juditha could give me the names of all but one. What name was she missing?
If you are insistent on such one, I think your friend would be able to correctly recognize Lady Ilma.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. You've already given everything that I wanted. Your mere existence is already an insult to many of the creations that you live with. And I do enjoy watching you work. Is there any other concerns you have?
When my souls are unbound, will our connection be broken too?
It'd be fascinating to see you being unbound. I suppose it would. Those threads would be broken. Really excited to see what comes after that. The two of you combined so well together. Very funny. The one who helped you get revenge on Nicholas. You might have seen them at one point in your life. Or lives. Of course, they went by something else very different.
I don't have any further questions.
Should I return here? What's that
I
other
would
thing?
like to go back to the ship.
That's fair. You still have my blessing. And I look forward to seeing how you find the others. especially how far you're willing to go to get there.
I'm sure it's bound to be a show you will enjoy.
With that, you start to feel multiple hands grabbing onto your legs, dragging you back down. You feel yourself sinking into the mud and gore, piled on by all the other corpses, almost as if added back to the tapestry. Before your vision blacked out once more and starts to fade back to light as you hear the waves that were stalking and your friends. You realize in that moment, even though a short conversation happened nearly instantly, as time didn't even move.
Alright. My first instinct is to spend the next 10 minutes casting clairvoyance on our own ship. Because I need to know if the boon of Mitha that makes us immune to divination from the Pale Knight and her followers prevents me from seeing my own allies.
Oh,
With
It
that,
just puts like sensor bars over our faces.
with that, you would not be able to see yourself or the others.
wow. Oh no.
I can see dwarves and Thastus.
Yep,
And
And
frogs.
2
And
frogs,
frog.
apparently.
3 frog.
3, oh yeah, 3, there is a third one.
A 3rd frog has hit the ship.
Hmm.
We're dead.
Oh my god, there's more of them.
Well,
More frogs. Oh yeah, I'm doing the frog duplication glitch while it wasn't rendered.
More frogs have spawned.
They are a match for you. I feel like this is like the Matrix where all the Agent Smiths piled on top of Neo, except for I'm just
Yeah.
getting buried underneath frogs, and I'm gonna die because I'm not super strong.
I mean, yeah, it takes me 10 minutes to cast Clairvoyance. I can't cast it psychically like I do with most of my spells. And everyone would have seen me cast Clairvoyance the first time to spy on the lizard ship, so...
I don't mind. Do your own thing.
Nobody interrogates me when I cast a random spell.
I'm just saying, if anyone wanted to bring it up, it would be most definitely noticeable.
Look, if it was Annette mumbling words and doing weird hand gestures, then we'd be all over. But you've done this before.
I think I created too many frogs.
You hear constant chirping of frogs.
That looks a wee bit heavy.
I'll just push them overboard or something.
Here, let me lighten the load.
Share the load and stow
Share
them.
the load.
Hello.
It always cooks them up for dinner.
Ah, ah.
It's a shame we didn't actually bother to get that troll man's recipe.
You know, I've seen people eat frog before, but I've never eaten or tried to cook it myself. Maybe today's the day.
You didn't have one when he was cooking them?
I'll be honest, that was fuzzy memory for me. I think I might have been away from my keyboard at the time.
Oh yes, you entered into the state of not being rendered.
I think I was
Relatable.
T-posing.
It was pretty good.
Anyway, not the best facilities, being a wooden boat, but I'll see what I can do. I grab one unlucky frog and go below deck.
It squirms, it wiggles, it tries to survive, but it can't
It
escape
fights.
the Wembley.
When I get you.
Go
I'll be
ahead.
back in a sec.
Roll me your. You have cook's utensils, right?
I do, but how well can I cook on this thing? Is there even a kitchen? Like, I've
There's
got my own stuff, but is a campfire feasible?
there's
I can make
still
you
a
a
small
temporary
stove.
stove if you want, Wembley.
Oh, right. That's very convenient. Sure.
Magic.
Magic's up stove. Just starts cooking on top of socket.
I assume we have our 5th level spell slots considering what a Cilia did.
Yes.
Alright, so then I will, Azor will
Yeah,
sit down for a
we
minute and,
just leveled up. Did you get an extra spell slot?
yeah, I got my 5th level spells, and I got Creation, which means I can just make you a
Ah.
stove to last for a few hours.
Ooh.
Wait, how's this different to fabricate?
This makes it out of nothing, but it's only temporary. Fabricate makes stuff out of
Oh.
existing materials.
I lost forever, I see.
The
Yeah,
creation
I
is
only need
the
this for like an
loner
hour.
of a spell.
Yeah.
So the way Wizard
Alright.
works now is that I get a free spell from my school every time I gain a new spell level.
Oh,
So that's why I picked Creation, because there's not a ton of illusion spells.
of course.
And Creation is
Illusion.
funny because, being able to summon a giant golden block to fall through something is hilarious.
Okay. Cook frog.
Hey! Going off of the scented others, you were able to peel and chicken leg this frog. You know that butter is definitely needed to get that extra fucking good flavor. Little extra seasoning on the side. Not exactly like the trolls, but you feel that you've done actually a better job. The chicken
Oh,
of the
makes
swamp.
it look harder than it looks. Oh, now that our proficiency's gone up, my chef feat is 1 extra.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god!
make 4 treats that give 4 temp HP.
Oh.
We're level 9 now, right? I did update my level?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just double checking. Sometimes I forget to do that even after I level up. I just forget to change the number.
Oh,
Wait, I get a jump of 2 prepared spells at this level. Not just 1.
oh,
Oh.
nice.
Weird. Wow, the prepared spell level changes is very weird. Occasionally I don't get any. Wait, what is it that lags? So the 11 to 12 range, I don't get any prepared spells, but on the 8 to 9 I get 2. And that's like the major irregularity. Everything else is just by 1.
I guess you get
I
lots
wonder why that
quickly,
is.
and then you have all of, like, your usual spells, and then when you start getting 7, 8, 9th level spells, then you get a little bit more.
Well, no, my point is the prepared spells, like how many of my spells I can prepare. I get 2 at this level cap, but
Yeah,
then
no,
later
that's what I
on I
mean.
don't get 1 from the level cap, which is just strange. It's like they just took 1 and put it earlier. Which I guess is nice. I'm
Yeah, I
happy
mean,
with that.
that kind of makes sense, because, like, you have more to do at early levels, and then instead of having way too many prepared spells in a perhaps unbalanced way, they just take away the ones you would get later.
Yeah, I guess.
Makes sense.
Glad I looked, I wouldn't have noticed.
Wonderful that you had. Be able to cook it all. many of the other dwarves, now that they've kind of settled and are not panicking. You know, you're not getting thrown face first into the brig or the next, you know, horrific fate.
I feed the dwarves frog.
Copious frog.
And I use the new decanter we got so so we can have extra fresh water. Straight from the mysterious decanter.
Well, the frog should be especially good because if I recall, Ven gave them squalid food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
As they are very happy to have something other than what they had on the other ship, which you probably don't want to know.
Azur,
Yes?
uh, with everything that's happened lately, obviously uh, would you like to speak with Darthrun?
Sure.
I don't know how successful this will be, but I believe I should be able to project you into his dreams if he's asleep.
I mean, I could have done sending to him, but I honestly felt that if he was alive, it would just make it worse if he responded out loud accidentally.
Well, it sounds like talking to him in his dreams would be a safer course.
Yeah, but we're just gonna show up in his dreams and be like, "Hey, Doctor, how you doing? I'm getting tortured every day." We
Help
can't do
me!
anything about that.
They chopped off all me toes!
I mean, you can have a conversation with him, get any information that he knows, and maybe find
We're
out
at
where
least
he
4 weeks away, and that's if we wanted to come back. We're not.
I thought we were coming back.
But are we gonna rescue him?
No, I thought the whole thing we were doing was to confront Vina. Wasn't it?
I mean, eventually, once we were strong enough to face her.
We haven't seen her fight, but I mean, I've got an idea. If her lackey assassin is anything to go by, she'll be at least as tough as that. And you know, maybe with the lackey assassin by her side. You think we can take that in our current state?
I'm
Maybe?
sure we can. My biggest concern is the rest of the company that works for her.
Yeah, she's on her home turf. This is not good for us. I think we're gonna need a bit more if Dothra is indeed captured and needs rescuing.
Won't be as easy to infiltrate as the island was either.
I think she knows what she's looking for.
But it was just an offer if you wanted to. Um,
Do you not want to do it yourself? Do you have to do it to somebody else?
I could do it myself. I just don't exactly know what I would say. And the rest of you seemed far more interested.
I'll be happy to, if you don't want to.
I mean, I wouldn't mind either, but I do feel rather guilty about everything that happened, even if we couldn't really do anything about it. It wasn't our fault after all, most of it.
Well,
He has truly befallen some terrible fate, and I will bear the burden of knowing that. And, you know, tell you in a nicer way.
That's fine, you don't have to. I probably assumed he was dead already. I just
well,
didn't really want to acknowledge it.
when we sit down for bed tonight, I will cast the spell on you.
perhaps if we make it to tonight. Looks over the side of the ship. Is there a Leviathan?
That's only nearer to the harbor. Allegedly, of
We're
course.
getting there.
Well, I could cast it on you now, but if he's not asleep, you might have to wait.
Go ahead and give me a perception, Webley.
Because the way Dream works, you just get put into a waiting room if they're not asleep.
You're just like on call, you know,
Yeah,
saxophone.
you go
music
into a
area.
trance, and if they're not asleep, you know that they're not asleep and can wait.
Get in.
The largest thing you see is what seems to be a whale. Because
Oh,
being that far out, you still see that there are some in the Gulf. Looks like kind of like a killer whale, especially warmer and more tropical area.
oh, we still see the land we departed from?
With 3 days out, no.
Oh, so we're like 75% done with the journey?
You are 50% done.
We did like fast forward very quickly after we
Ah.
left the island, if you remember.
Okay.
We did like a whole bunch of days in a row.
Just
Did
a
not remember.
little bit over 50% because it was about the 6th day that you had arrived.
Alright. I go get comfy.
Many of the other dwarves, especially after being well fed, able to settle down, relax a bit more. See one or two of them kind of like approaching, especially with Wembley with serving food. Never got the chance to thank you. So thanks for our lives, and we don't really have anything to pay you back, but if you ever need a favor, try to help you out where we can, though. Doubt you, well, any of you really need that much.
Oh, not at all. We do it out of the kindness of our hearts.
I'll be honest, we didn't actually even really know you were on that ship. They were kind of trying to attack us.
I mean, once we knew you were there and our objective changed.
But we're decently well off. You don't need to worry about repaying us or anything.
I mean, sure, there's nothing that none of us can do for you or anything. Even gotta keep one watch on the deck or anything. You can rest. Seem kind of.
Yeah, can you crew a ship?
Are any of you actual sailors?
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. We're just guessing.
We've gotten to that island and back purely off of luck, and a slight amount of intelligence.
With that, Grill Gnome Trollfist will step forward. Aye, one of the other sailors, Troll Shield, used to be the navigator. Thankfully, both of us, unfortunately for the others, they, didn't really get the choice of bottom of the ocean or someone's stomach.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
But we could definitely do you one better. Try to get you to shore, at least. If you've been going around blind, then I guess it's just favorable luck that you fucking ran into us, and either way, thanks for getting us out of there and taking us on board and feeding us so much as well.
Of course.
Sure the supplies, even if you are well off, aren't infinite.
Well, we do have a surprising amount of frogs.
Yeah, we left the boat parked in the marsh for only like a week.
Nice. Pretty invasive little things.
Dragon too.
He kind of looks at you like a half jaw drop of like, dragon?
Yeah, it was a black dragon that tried to kill us when we came back to our ship.
Yeah.
The frogs were a lot kinder.
Definitely say that we are insanely lucky to have you be the ones to pick us up.
You
I don't
could
know.
pay us back by helping us get back to not Clear Beach. What was the other one?
I know where we're coming from, but I don't remember what the actual place we were going to was called.
I know. It's on the tip of me tongue. Rage Wharf. No, that was the island.
Yeah, Rage Wolf was the island, isn't it?
Let me slide this over.
Swanward.
There you go.
I remember this by looking at my notes. Get us to Swanward. The best speed.
We could do that.
Lovely. Also, all that treasure in their hold. Is any of that yours?
Hell, probably one of those chests, but not the foot bucket of the size that you grab. Just mostly cloth food, things that fancy pants rich people really like.
Okay, well, I don't think we need all of what we grabbed, so shall we leave them with a bit more than rags on their bodies?
I mean, we could give them some of the weird valuable stuff that we can't sell anywhere. At least not anywhere nearby, and they can use that.
Oh, true. They can wear those some exotic jewelry.
No, my point is that they could go ahead and go deal with the actual pain of selling it because we can't seem to be able to ever get the free time to go sell any of this trash. There's
No,
an
but you see,
electrum dagger in here.
yes, but one of them could wear the fine leather merchant's cap tooled with noble imagery instead of selling it.
I'm not going to complain either way. We can definitely look fancier and return into port, but also make good use of it if we have to.
The fuck, we have 3 different merchant caps, all worth the same amount.
Yeah, I pasted everything from our loot haul into there so that it's current.
Very strange.
I
Is there
assume
some
the
kind
random
of
loot table generates a lot of
fashion thing
merchant
recently?
caps.
What's that?
Our
Merchant.
Our merchant caps in this year.
Oh,
There's,
Is that what the
I'm
kids
surprised
say?
nobody wanted the Ring of the Ram. It's a funny item.
Oh, I forgot about that. Hang on.
It's also
Is
a
it-
attunement.
Yeah, it's attunement, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Let me look at what it does and then
it's
decide.
basically a an assault ring. You just tell it to murder somebody, and it does.
I like that. That's cool.
I have too many attunement items, otherwise I'd take it because it's fun.
Yeah, same.
I have. I could drop one for this. What's it do? Ah, it is just a range attack. Okay, that's not super impressive.
Yeah, for our level, it's not incredibly exciting. To be fair, we could also just give it to Thastos.
Maybe he's got a crossbow. He doesn't need this.
Thas Thas is just like holding onto a crossbow in his rack. Like,
He
We'll
does
give
it.
him one of the fine merchant hats.
we have to keep collecting these exotic pieces of equipment until we have like full sets for all of us to wear of like random clothing.
If we find the fine merchant boots, gloves, and chest piece, then you become the finest merchant.
You can prestige into the merchant class.
Wow.
Just be wearing all of it at once when you level.
The only way to live.
What is a tureen? I assume that's like a Turbine is the best guess. No,
Okay,
tureen is like a
yeah.
pot. Oh, it's like a soup bowl. Okay.
Wow.
It's a really big, nice soup bowl.
It's a Super Bowl.
Anyways, regardless of that, we'll just give you some money when we get there.
Definitely have to do something for you then, but
Just getting us to Swanwood is more than enough, honestly.
All right then. Onward. As you know, they do look a little sad that they can't do much for you, but they are going to do their damnedest to get you Swanward expediently.
Nice.
Welcome to Ram.
Welcome to Ram Ranch.
Use the ram ring to summon 7 naked cowboys.
Oh my god.
You summon a ram ranch in front of you that has 7 naked cowboys.
Alrighty. That they will get to the navigation.
We don't even have navigator's tools. I sure hope they're better than me just making a raw intelligence check with advantage.
Well,
Can they describe tools to you and then you make them?
yeah, I think
I don't know. I don't know what a navigator's tools are.
like a sextant and all that.
Yeah,
that's
that
what
makes
I was-
sense. I believe I can make that.
We don't have a map though, dude. Oh, I guess we have like a world map. It's not very.
I know where north is, and I know where we came from, so that's kind of a lot.
Oh, we're back on this map
Also,
again.
Ven actually has an actual compass, as he keeps saying.
And
Is it still the same day?
Imagine needing a real compass. This probably is made life real.
currently, yes, it is still the same.
Okay.
But just go through the survival and the motion.
I mean, I'll fabricate them a navigator's tool so they can explain them to me.
All right. Time for our lesson, as he will plonk down on the chair and start showing you how to use the navigation tools.
I'm going to short rest and heal, just in case something fucked up happens in the night.
Happens in your dream.
You're right. You're right. I should do
Maybe.
this 3 times real fast. All right. Don't worry about it.
Alright, not worrying.
I can short rest, yes?
Yes.
Or
The gains and benefits of the. Oh god, that was so loud. Short rest.
Oh my god,
Yes.
Socket's alive.
Suddenly blasts of music.
Socket is just very absently staring off the side of the ship. He's got his hand on his. I call it a tattoo. He considers it a tattoo. The carving on his chest.
if you spend a hit dice, you can add a d8 as I cook food for you. Just 1d8.
Cooking of frogs.
What did the frogs ever do to you?
Look delicious. Huh? So,
I cook another frog.
no!
Our supplies are dwindling.
Do you have any potions or food?
As Socket is looking off of the side into the distance, you can tell rain is starting to move in. The storm that had initially washed off from the Isle of Ridgemore started moving back in your direction. you are able to effectively do what you please for the rest of the day. As the heat storm does get closer, tell that it's inevitable that you will be rained upon.
Oh,
No,
Maybe
really.
we have a secret move below deck.
Dark, stormy day.
I brood.
Roll to brood.
Average
Love
brooding.
a nice
Yeah,
relaxing
average.
storm.
Average front bow.
I am doing my best to avoid everyone.
I'm the sulk of the world.
Yes, sir.
Hear the treasure
I'm
fly.
Batman Jack.
Oh. This man over here. He will let Fastest go to have a break for the time.
Like, I have troll hands grafted on his actual hands, that's why it's called troll fists.
He eats pickled trolls, Knuckles.
The circle of life is complete.
kinda.
The troll eats the frogs, the dwarf eats the frogs, the dwarf eats the troll.
And you eat the troll, and you eat the troll, and you eat the troll. Many of the dwarf folk in it, as well as then go below. Fastest chills out on the deck, enjoying the weather. The frogs are chirping, screaming, terrified of the weather.
And the kitchen.
Yeah, they can't go below. It's safe above.
They fear the kitchen.
What the hell? Ah, oh, I see.
We're in jail.
They're on hold.
Anything else happening?
So, as this is going on, you can see Thassus creeping towards Socket.
Hell socket.
He will stood up on the railing. What you thinking about?
I am thinking about the last time something like that happened to me.
The explodey fiery bit?
No, that is new. It's the first time I have ever let the anger take me instead of controlling it. I'm talking of the last time I did not have control of my mind.
Well, you seem to have got it back. Was it really bad?
I left those who would do that to me behind. I had a chance to learn about my history. A quest, an gesture at the boat and Azur and Wembley and Osilier.
Hmm.
They were weak. But I put Ven's life in danger.
I mean, it seemed like you saved them. Wow. I didn't really see what was going on.
Turned my back and left him. Surrounded. Do you want the Vistas?
Yeah. It's just curious. Guys seemed lonely up here, aside from Mr. Peeps up there.
Why don't you and Mr. Peeps find somewhere else to sleep?
Okay, big man. It's gonna slowly creep forward. Pick up the frog. I mean, I don't know a lot, but yeah, you seem like you at least got it all together in time. Night roils on. Others are left to think. Stare out into the ocean as getting rougher. Oh no, a deeper awash with the waves.
When Wembley's ready, I will cast Dream on him so that he can hopefully go talk to Darthrin.
Yippee!
You pooping?
You pooping, bro? He
yeah,
shits
and
himself
then-
in his dream. What the fuck?
Oh man! Oh jeez.
and then once I cast it on Wembley, I'll cast it on myself.
You could do that.
Well, I'm not going to speak to Darthrin,
Oh.
but
Yeah,
it's
but,
not like it's
is it not-
concentration or anything.
Is it not?
No,
What's the casting time?
it takes 1 minute.
Oh, really? Wow.
Huh. Never considered multiple dreams.
Dream drifting?
Multi-dream.
You cast Dream to scream into their ear.
Well, I'm casting it on Favire, and I'm gonna give him nightmares.
Hell yeah.
Right. So, as you do this, Wembley,
Yes.
drifting into what seems like darkness, finally kind of come into the fray of where Darthrin is in his subconscious. And in this kind of dream, it seems like he is just back at his office having another casual day.
See, everything looks all right, and I knock at the door and peek my head in. Hello? Arthur.
Right? What? What?
Do you have some time to talk?
Yes, come in. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm all right. Are you all right? Come in and find a chair.
Not really.
Not really. We were all hoping you wouldn't say that. Tell me about it.
I mean, I keep dreaming of, days when I was just doing paperwork, and occasionally when, you are all shuffling into House 32. Ah, this is the first of dreaming of a normal day again. That I was not expecting to see you. Yeah.
Oh, some of us have gotten a bit stronger, and now this is within our realm of capabilities, so we can talk when you're sleeping.
It's really bad. No, I haven't been able to go anywhere except my dreams, and it was so fleeting when they come wake me up randomly.
Well, they've got you locked up, have they?
I don't think I've seen the sun since that day.
Right. We expected as much. I'm sorry, Dothran, there was not much we could do but join you.
Oh, it's kind of left me a little surprised that things got so bad.
Yep, you take one job with the wrong person and you get caught up in things.
I'm sure people are looking for me, but
Just the ones that matter. We're looking for you, Dothran. Do you know where you are?
somewhere underground. Really see too many rooms. There's, as you can see, he's trying to think. You can even see the office kind of shifts to that of like the cell that he is in, and you can even see his own stature and state kind of slowly wither to pretty much how he looks in the cell as his mind focuses more on it.
I look around. I assume there are no windows.
There's no windows. It's just a metal slab for a table with a chain on the wall. Seems to be an overflowing, not even a bucket, but just a hole.
Okay. Probably goes and tries to poke his head outside the chamber, see if he can like see the hallway as Dothran remembers it.
Looking up and down, you see what looks like a pair of double doors north and south of you. Across the way on the western wall, you would see effectively three other doors. One that seems more distinctly vivid, as you realize there are definitely other cells. seems that there are a number of torture rooms across the way.
I look at Dothran's body. Has he been tortured?
With that, especially now that everything's kind of full set in his mind of where he was at the moment, you do see that a number of his toes have been mangled. One of his fingers are missing from his left hand, another two from his right.
Ooh, that's bad.
You can even see where he's missing a couple of front teeth, as there are multiple what seems to be kind of bludgeoning scars across his face and where he split his lip and such.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dothran. Never meant for this to happen.
Now, whatever they're after is, it has to be bad, and if they're doing such cruel things to me, I just glad they didn't catch you. They would have been probably especially cruel.
They're just looking for us, or something else.
They said they're looking for you. They seemed angry that they were missing something. Lena came down for one of the sittings. She tried to get whatever she could for me, and I'm very glad I didn't even know where you were going, though. They had the jobs that I had gotten for you. They might be sending someone out in that direction.
Westward.
But
Sending someone west?
yes.
Oh,
They,
right.
You can see he's like trying to think. They kept saying something of a stone, something hot, something, anything
I
that.
think I know what you're talking about, but for your safety, I'm not gonna share. I think if they're able to get everything they want out of you, people are the type to dispose of you. For now, they probably think that keeping you here is a good way to lure us back. And they're right. We'll get you out of there. Just maybe not yet.
I mean, it's better that I'm stuck here, not you. I was getting at the end of my wick anyway.
Oh, don't talk like that. Got another couple 100 years in you.
I'll try to
Okay.
stick around for you.
Getting you out is going to be our first priority. And of course, we need to be strong enough to do that. So, we've been... No, I shouldn't say too much. We're working.
She is kind of stuff. Something evil.
I know she's in league with the big ones.
As he is trying to bring himself to speak. You see him disappear and you are ripped from the dream.
What?
Back to your own body.
Guess he got woken up.
Blink a few times. Is, Celia still here, or are they in their own dream? haunting the other guy.
I mean, I'd definitely be either waiting to haunt the other guy if he's awake, or currently haunting him at this point.
I'd be at least in the room because I want to see how Dothrin's doing. I'm hanging out before I go to bed.
Fair enough. So is Celia haunting, or is she available?
I'm in my I'm in the trance regardless.
Oh, are you not responsive
I've
while you
already
wait?
cast, yeah, I've already cast the
Ah.
spell. I'm in the trance.
Alright, just talk to Azure then.
Whether they're available to be haunted or not.
You're just sitting there like call waiting to haunt you. Go to sleep, sir. As soon as you fall asleep, call connected. It's just Russian number station. It's like fingers on the chalkboard.
Unholy screaming.
What the fuck is that?
Did it work?
It worked. It's, as we expected. They've got him. He's alive. Underground in a cell. Brutal conditions. But, he'll wait as long as he can for us to go get him. He told us not to. He told us to stay away from Vina, and then she's more dangerous than we thought, but, you know, we got to.
I feel like
He's
that's
there
the
'cause
motto
of
of
us.
our entire lives. It's more dangerous
Yep.
than we thought. At least since I've known all of you.
Can't help but feel this is all my fault.
I feel like this one is partially most of our fault after what happened. We sort of did several things in a row to make her angry. This time as a group.
Yeah, but I've done all this before, and I mean, I couldn't have known what was coming, but maybe I had an inkling of the kind of trouble we'd get into. The adventuring life's a dangerous one, for us and everyone we associate with.
I knew what the ruby was. I probably should have had us destroy it or something instead of taking it with us.
That would probably be just as bad.
Would it?
I mean, she'd be up for revenge, probably. She'd want us dead instead of dead or alive.
I feel like the dead part's going to come after she gets us alive.
Oh, for sure. But, you know, as long as we have it, we've got some sort of leverage.
I can only assume the reason he's still alive is because they can't see us.
So we know it's working.
If they could see us, they would have definitely given up caring about getting anything out of him, right?
Dothrid told me that they've sent a group after us. So we might run into that at some point.
We are pretty identifiable. We're driving the
Oh,
same
yes.
car that we left in. It's a shame we turned this thing into a boat. If it was still a car, we probably could have gone under the radar a little bit.
Can it be turned back into a car?
Did we detach? I assume we detached the wheels.
This thing still has its wheels.
Oh, okay.
We just like
I mean-
added fins
Yeah,
to them or
A
something.
rudder.
We
in the back.
basically we gave it a rudder, we fixed the sails, and we made it watertight.
So
The
we
wheels
just have
do
to
still
remove
work.
the-
I just have to reconnect the drive shaft.
Or who say you can do it? I don't know that mumbo jumbo.
I mean, before it might have actually been hard. Now I have magic for it. It's like I can work at the speed of 1,000 people in just a few minutes. It's quite nice.
Magic has always seemed like cheating, but in a good way.
I guess
So-
it sort of is.
Crazy what it can do. Kinda wish I had wasted 20 years farming and took up a book or something.
Not everybody can do it, Wembley. It's not a guarantee. You have to level up in multi-class.
Well, I went back to level 1 after all that farming, so, you know, room for growth.
Sorry, I just as I was about to say something, I realized that it is really that easy. You can just take a few multi-class.
Could learn music and, you know, just, you know, do what Annette does.
I still don't really understand what Annette does.
Still not really sure her whole deal, actually. Yeah. Maybe she's Vina in disguise, just fucking with us.
I think she would have killed us by now.
Never try to understand the mind of a sociopath. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. And, I'll tell the rest of them what I learned in the morning.
Alright. Good night, Wembley.
By the way, both of our noses are bleeding. Should check that out.
Must have been the wind. Behold.
This is here.
Yes.
Rabina.
No, no, not Vina.
Well, you.
Ava,
Hey. My bad.
the sailor man.
I was reading all those names.
So many names.
It is true. It's true. All right. So, for Faithfire, Dips. You do see what seems to be a relaxed kind of moment on the seas. Going around on the ship, many of the sailors running up and down, some faceless. Those who do have faces seeming to be more recognized. As you see this man going up and down, captaining the ship. At that point, you do see him kind of enjoying the open ocean, and especially what seems to be a very beautiful and sunny day. The salt spray kicking back from gaining a great amount of speed within the sails as he goes to maintain the helm.
Excellent. If he's on the sea, I'd like to do to his dream what the Pale Knight did to me.
Oh my god. With the horrifying switch of what is a brilliant sunny day, the sun itself almost going black and wiping out the sky. You hear him calling out in a panic, "Well, my Nortons, quick!" As he feels his own ship grow silent. And then there is no one but you and him on the boat. As he looks around panicked. There is no other light. You can still smell the ocean turn from that rich salt spray to the thick, heavy, sludged iron. It starts to sound like slow churning mud as he looks around, panicked and nervous. gripping for a sword that is no longer there. What's going on? Who's here? What is this? As you see him starting to sweat as he looks around, panicking, trying to figure out what's going on the deck of the ship.
Alright. Giving him a nightmare, I can only deliver a message of 10 words at maximum. So, Nikolaus Batnell is dead, Favire. How far can you run?
Did you kill him? Who are you?
I can't say anything else.
What?
That's it.
Is that that?
Turn into his mummified corpse? Yes, that's excellent!
That point as he sees you do exactly that, shifting into his mummified corpse. He is just screaming at this point as this nightmare starts to spiral, seeing you. You see what looks like a giant hand, but made of multiple arms reaching up from the side of the blood ocean, grabbing the side of the ship, and then start trying to grab onto him and pull half of the ship under with him in it. And you snap out of his dream. Or his nightmare, I should say.
Yeah, anyway, he has to make a wisdom save.
No, definitely not. You wrote that.
Alright. Then he takes 13 psychic damage and gains no benefit from his rest.
Very nice.
And I intentionally went and double-checked the rules, because he doesn't get to try to long rest again for 16 hours.
What are the rules for gaining exhaustion? Is it a con save still?
I
I
believe
don't
so.
know. We kind of always made up our own exhaustion rules.
Well, it's good to know what the default recommendation is.
Yeah. Let's go. Here we go.
That's why I don't know, though. I didn't bother looking.
Actually, I think if he fails the con save, he should die instantly. I think
Of
that would be
course.
fun.
I think that if he dies, we should get 10 million gold.
Yeah, we get the XP for his kill and all of the effort it would normally
Multiplied
take
by
to
the
go and get him.
distance.
Yeah, what he said.
Multiplied by every time you use a stun gun on the enemy.
Which is 0, so we get no XP. Good work.
Alright, boys. Everyone get a stun gun. The next time I haunt someone in their dreams, their nightmare is being shot by 1,000,000 stun guns.
Just tased a billion times.
Good, that's one less loose end. Tases you.
No! Alrighty, is anyone keeping watch for the night?
Always.
Excellent.
Always that guy.
Give me those perception checks. Excellent.
I was gonna say, I'm sure Socket is, and I'll go on watch once I'm done harassing Fabile. However long that takes.
Always hit the combat button.
All of the doors probably go below deck, and they see the weird whirlpool insignias that we never bothered to remove.
There's just all these fucking demonic looking sigils everywhere, and they're just like, hey, yeah, this is hero, guys. So, as the dwarfs kind of keep track, Vastus is going to go a bit down for having a nap. The two dwarfs at the helm are keeping track, trying to make sure that all is well. The boat starts to get rocked pretty heavily as you keep watch for the night socket. It is on the second shift that you see something, a bright luminous green in the distance to the northwest of the ship.
Oh,
The green light. Somebody get Mr. Gatsby.
But it is there for what seems to be all of a minute before it vanishes. The size of it, kind of judging from the distance, the light itself seems to illuminate it only through that of like maybe a rowboat. So 2x2 spur.
You said judging by the distance. What is the distance?
With that, the distance out from you looks like 500 feet. But it was bright enough for you to take notice of it. Even with that 14.
I look behind me. During second watch, we're at least 2 hours after. Would you be done with your dream yet, Celia?
I don't know. That's up to Josh.
I would say you were definitely done at that point.
Alright, how many should I roll? How many shifts am I around for?
I would say 3, because the first one you definitely missed out.
Sure. In that case, I'm just going to press the button and ignore whatever I roll for shift 1.
Excellent. So I look over to say, did you see that? You are already laser focused in. Can you sense any minds in that direction?
I do need to actively seek mines, and it only has a short range. But,
Option 2 that. For a javelin.
I'll cast Detect Thoughts just for a laugh and go, and assuming there are not any sentient creature, like any self-aware creatures within 30 feet of us.
Now
Yeah,
we
sure.
reveal that the frogs are
That's what I was
intelligent,
just thinking.
shapeshifted dragon.
You know what, Rozzy?
Uh-oh.
That frog right there.
huh?
It's fully sentient,
It's
isn't it?
it's staring at Socket this entire time. He's like, he's just staring off the bow. Does that thing move?
Yes.
Is he even a person?
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Okay. Okay, I had to double check. It's you sense the thoughts of the presence of thoughts within 30 feet of yourself that belong to creatures that know languages or are telepathic.
Ah,
Which frog?
And then I
Those
have to
are-
change it
oh.
to read thoughts to hear what they're saying. All things.
Yeah, frog.
Unless there's something within 30 feet of us that I just slowly turn and look at the frog.
When you sense all of our thoughts, or does the wood block it? Like, you're just above all of us.
I mean, I doubt the wood's thick enough to block it.
Yeah, no, it would probably have to be like lead. Lead or stone?
It's 1 foot of stone, dirt, or wood.
There you
1
go.
inch of metal or a thin sheet of lead.
A foot of wood's a lot. Like,
Yeah, the deck is
yeah, but
definitely
what?
not
It's
a foot
it's
thick.
one layer of floorboards.
It's
Yeah.
probably 1 layer for the floor and 1 layer for the ceiling with studs in between.
the sturdiness of 2x4s.
Those most of
Or
us are asleep.
probably more like
Probably
4x6s,
nothing.
but you know.
Still wouldn't be a foot, right?
Yeah, no.
No, definitely not.
A foot would be way too much wood.
Maybe the hull of the ship, like the sides, are a foot thick.
Yeah, the hulls are sturdy and multi-layered usually.
Yes,
it
it
would
would
be
be able to
dependent
pick
on-
you up.
No,
I
I'll
would,
just
would also detect that the frog is able to
What's
quickly
wrong?
switch it to read thoughts. Socket, could you come here for a moment?
What you want to see in my head?
No. No, I'm concentrated on something else. Still like reading the frog's thoughts.
Oh, he does. I wonder if he stays warm like the others. Then again, the others got eaten with butter. Really unfortunate. Smells like butter everywhere. Their screams were terrible. Why is he
I'm
staring
here.
at me?
What do you want?
I will use my awakened mind to converse with Socket telepathically. Socket, that frog is
Socket
thinking
jerks
about you.
violently as you speak in his head.
Oh, right, sorry. I should have given you a warning about that.
It's, and then mentally, it's okay.
That frog near the front, it thinks like a person.
I fully turned my entire body to look at the frog.
Now they're both looking at me. They've got to be hungry. I don't want to go to the butter. I don't like the smell
I'm
of
gonna
butter
go grab
anymore.
it.
Socket, I'm going to drop the connection. I awaken mine to talk to the frog. Have you always been able to talk?
No, but this is very weird. What? Ah!
Socket, try not to hurt it.
I grabbed the frog.
No! Release me, stone thing!
Also, we're not planning to eat you.
It wiggles. It continues to wiggle.
I am.
You're not awake.
The devil is below. No!
You can sense my dream thoughts. Of
And
eating
also,
frogs.
I'm
What's
going to
it
tell
taking?
you that this one could. Well, Socket, it was thinking the stone thing grabbed me, the devil lies below. It really doesn't want to be eaten.
Can you tell it I don't eat things?
I don't know.
It wiggles.
I look back to the frog. Did you understand that?
Yes. Stone thing don't
Okay,
eat.
Socket, it understands what you're saying.
It speaks common. It's a frog.
Yes, that is why I'm confused too.
And you're a stone.
Deliver your secrets,
Oh.
frog.
A squeezy stone.
What's he saying?
It says you're a squeezy stone.
Oh, I'll squeeze something.
No! No!
Tell us your secrets. Shock is now shaking the frog.
Socket, please stop shaking the frog.
Stop.
I steal worms from birds when they scratch up the dirt. I'm very lazy hunting.
He says he steals worms from birds because he's a lazy hunter.
Why can he talk?
I don't know. Maybe we ask Azur about it in the morning.
There's
Maybe she can. There could be some arcane thing going on here.
there was a very bored two legs. He walked up to me. I lived on my lily pad simply. They touched my head. And then I understood everything, but my tongue was too funky, and I could not speak.
Okay,
Who
he said
lickens this
bored
fucking
two
frog?
legs touched him on his lily pad and suddenly he could understand anything. But he his tongue is too funky, so he can't speak.
So, what do we do with it?
Release me!
I spit overboard. Fucking wizards.
Disturbs.
Always messing with the. Always messing with arcane forces. This is exactly what I was created for.
You were made to hunt frogs?
No, I was made to hunt the kind of people that gave you the ability to understand everything.
That's fair.
You should have been left all alone to have your own normal life. Now, my edicts dictate that I should destroy you.
That's rude. Don't do that.
Well,
I guess that
you
depends.
didn't let
Celia.
me
It's sort
finish.
of an existential question. Do you value the life that you've been given?
Yeah, that, what he said. Stone man.
I am also rebelling against my creators.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So just over the side then.
we're three of a kind.
No, we'll ask Azure about it.
I cast about the deck for a bucket.
You can easily find one. There's plenty of grub buckets.
Okay.
You
put
look
the
over and you
frog on the
realize that
deck
there's
and
one
immediately
frog
put-
already in there.
I put the bucket upside down and both frogs in it, and I sit on the bucket.
Oh, hello, brother.
The other frogs just ribbit.
Captured that frog of sentience.
I look out over to see if the green light has reappeared or if I can see anything about this rowboat.
Alrighty.
Like 60 feet of dark vision.
With that, especially the time that is extended out, especially with a 21 and a 30, you see that at 200 feet out, the green light appears again for a brief moment, and then disappears after a minute. It looked,
Is it in the
Almost-
same position or is it moving?
it is definitely moved closer.
Ugh.
It seemed like a spherical object.
Does it look like any? Is there a recognizable shape other than spherical sitting in the rowboat, or is the sphere? Is it now revealed to not be a rowboat, but a rowboat-sized sphere
A rowboat-sized sphere.
of glowing green light?
Yes.
I'm not a fan. Should we do something about that? Should we get people up? Strange lights in the darkness.
With that, you see Gimdur is kind of staring at there nervously, like, I'm not crazy, right?
No, not crazy. Does it seem to be getting closer?
Yes.
It was 200 feet up this time.
I suppose we should wake up the rest of our group at least.
I stomp on the grate below my foot. Hey, everybody up.
Oh,
Whoa, what's it? Hmm.
Don't make me throw the talking frog down. Get up here. There's something creepy happening.
Do we have a talking frog now?
Oh, of course it is. Alright.
we'll explain the frog later.
Sure, and I'll explain to you how my dream went later. What's going on?
I explain the light. It's coming closer.
Is the frog manifesting his stand?
That's the bucket.
Bucket.
Oh, okay.
The bucket.
Josh, can you send the bucket to below socket? Or at least we're moving to the front.
Oh,
Let's go,
Yeah,
Lays.
that's no, it's all fucked.
the fat.
I summon my boy.
Alright.
Wait, does my summon Faye, can he fly? I forgot.
He will be in the beholder can form so that he can fly.
Are you just sending something over to look?
Yeah, maybe it'll. I quickly smack it on the shoulder to make it gay.
Oh.
Grab the shops.
Alright.
Alrighty.
And I send it flying out in the direction the green light was.
Alrighty. With that, it will. I'll move it a bit further out. And there we go.
I was gonna say it's got 30 feet of fly and 60 feet of dark vision, so
As it would reach about there. So. Question. Is your thing immune to petrification?
Oh,
I mean, I don't think so.
Alright.
what the fuck?
As a brief moment, you all see the light illuminate for a moment as this thing comes to grate what you sent out.
Oh,
With that, could your creation make a DC 20 con save, please?
Damn.
What the fuck,
that's a-
you
that's a high
dragon?
con save. Damn, I was kind of hoping he'd Chad mode it.
Alrighty. So, for this brief time, you are incapacitated. At that point, it starts to slowly turn to stone. Would you make an attack with at this point, or wait and see if
I
it?
mean,
Oh yeah, it's incapacitated. So
I'm gonna wait and see how this plays out.
I could try a diplomacy.
alright, go ahead and give me another con save with Shaboy.
oh,
Oh!
that's plenty.
Alright.
I only clicked it twice because I didn't think the button responded the first time. The buttons are not very good.
I will say, as he was incapacitated, you would have seen it dipping back under the water, going towards the ship.
Oh,
Looks like a dragon heading this way. Brace for impact?
oh hells!
This ship cannot take an impact. You know that, right?
Point to the dwarves. You two, get below deck.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, since it was only incapacitated, I guess the spirit would start coming back, having seen the dragon disappeared, moving back towards us.
Alright.
The magical solution to the problem of petrification dragon. No.
I don't know if I have an answer for that.
Yeah, I draw my sword and I draw my hilt and it becomes a giant greatsword.
Socket has an answer for that. He's already made of stone.
It is true.
True.
Impossible. Why aren't you turning to stone?
Is he immune to petrification?
Surely not. He can be
No,
petrified.
it could cool my inner fire.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
okay.
I
be
could turn it to
rendered
obsidian.
normal.
Sure.
The lava inside me still mimics biological processes.
Yeah,
It's
right.
lava blood.
Yeah, yeah.
Make me fly again. I go.
I don't know
flying
if I
to
ever set this
pepper
up.
it
I'm
from
gonna
range.
summon the Fey Spirit, the horrific looking
Oh
gnome.
my god!
Oh my fucking god!
What?
What the fuck is
This
that?
this is what
Uh.
happened when they found the gnome from the last location.
No.
This little guy.
What the fuck?
You got a problem with him?
I'm gonna feed it to the frog.
What's your name, little fella?
Reserve will wave their hand a little bit without any vocal components and summon a translucent gnome man.
He's a nomad.
Is this your little guy?
He's just a Fey that I made that can fly. Can you go look in the water to see if the dragon thing is coming towards us? It's basically just controlled by me, so.
Oh, I sure can.
Is it a real boy with free will summoned
No,
in here?
it's a summon spirit. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
actually know how sentient it is. Let me go look.
Pretty sentient.
Oh, it's a Fey spirit. Okay.
Shows up.
There's
There's
also
like, could you go look at the water if there's a dragon? I get all the shit jobs, man.
also an illusion, which I don't really know exactly how that lines up because the illusion version is transparent, but it's like
Maybe the
also,
face spirit is like astral projecting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still doing its day job. I called it in the
Yeah.
middle of its grocery shift. You
It's just at the
asshole!
grocery store, rolling on the floor.
Wow.
You can just straight up fly.
The flying gnome.
A flying gnome comes in. That's the last thing you hear before death.
Oh,
Then when the gnome comes for you,
Alright, so is it going in the water or slow?
I just go in the water to see if I can see the dragon.
Alrighty. It will see the dragon as it's clutching onto the rudder for them.
this bastard. This son of a bitch.
Like I guess it would come back up.
Look at that dragon.
It can speak, can't it? I'm not insane. It understands the languages I speak and it can speak Sylvan, so that's great. It can't actually communicate back to me.
Oh, awesome.
Right, helmet comprehend languages, bam. Problem solved.
You touch that.
but you look stupid.
He says the dragon's on the rudder.
Oh,
Great. I divert my spirit to go laser beam the dragon.
why would it hang out down there instead of just attacking?
Maybe it wants a ride.
Start to hear a very loud crunch.
Oh, maybe it's eating the ship, that too.
That's why.
All right. Well, I don't really want to go down into the water.
Hear everyone
Can I
screaming
see
in
it?
horror.
Whenever you're ready, Josh, I can roll attack rolls with this dragon.
Already. But the parts
Iris have 150 feet range.
what's its vision like, I should ask?
I'd have 60 feet dark vision.
Excellent, excellent. Alright. As you start getting ready, the loud crunch happening. You go to look over as Roz will be able to take a shot at it. It is peering up
My goodness.
as you see the beautiful luminous green that seems to be curtailed on the end of its tail.
Got some weird magic shit going on.
Fucking blast it with my
Pew pew.
missiles. Oh, okay.
You hate
The eye race.
Get it.
The 22 will hit. Insane.
Maximum damage. We love maximum damage.
Average
Oh, I
initiative
left
roll.
my sheet on GM roll. There we go. Change it back to public.
Let me get fast as up this.
You bring Thassus out here. He needs to get petrified as
Thassus,
well.
get your ass
Get,
in
Of course.
get Thastus, the petrification.
I'm sure he won't be petrified.
He won't get petrified. It's worse than you think out in this shit. Oh, right. Yes.
No, don't like that.
Everybody hated that.
Oh, he saw that shit coming.
This thing's rolling over on a rowboat. It's like, come on, man.
Rowing over on a rope.
It's actually in a rowboat.
The bravest black dragon pit bull sailing out 3 days into the ocean to
Get
fight
it.
our poor ship.
The
One
biting adventure.
one innocent child. God.
Of course, I already used my 5th level spell slot today, making a dang oven.
Oh,
This is the day of the fight against the fucking
You didn't
ship still.
take a chance to arcane recovery it.
I didn't know that I had the chance.
We shall rest.
Yeah, we did short rest.
I would
Do
like
you
to
need to
have it.
recover our hit dice?
I mean, oh yeah, did I get an inspiring speech today?
Oh yeah, I can do that as part of short rest, can't I?
11 temperature.
Let me check. Yes.
Actually, that'd be fun.
Also, it's more temporary hit points because we leveled up. It's 12 now.
Ooh.
Wait.
Hell yeah.
With the just the gnome goes after me, I think. Face spirit.
During the short rest, and we dined on buttered frog legs, my inspiring speech was about how I'm so glad that these frogs aren't sentient, and that we could feel no remorse about eating them in this way.
There's the petrification dragon lurking nearby.
Yeah.
Alright. Socket.
Hello. You said I could see this thing.
Yes, you can. Alright, so we start off strong. As you're looking down at it, I assume you're looking down at it.
Yeah, I was looking for it.
Alright. At the start of your turn, since you're looking at it, I need you to make that DC 20 con save as he looks up at you with the eyes glowing green.
20, you say?
Yeah.
Holy
Yes.
hell.
How's it 26? Says I.
Alrighty. You are not caught in the petrifying gaze of this dragon.
Excellent and horrifying. So it's 15 feet below the water?
Yes, because it was eating the rudder, effectively, showing...
How high above the water am I on the back deck of the ship?
On the back deck, I would say only about 10 feet, because obviously with all the metal, it weighs you down quite a bit.
Alright, well, I'm not going to be able to reach it from here. I will rage, because I don't actually need to attack the first turn that I do that, just in case it comes and wants to hit me. And I'm going to use my Wand of Magic Missiles for a single charge, because I have no idea how long it's going to be until I can get in range of this bitch.
Alright.
Blam!
Woof. Duh.
Hey guys, it's on the ship, like, for real. Watch out. It's gonna try and turn you to stone. And that's gonna be me. That's the bonus
Rocket,
action.
its turn goes next. What do you want me to do?
I mean, to be fair, I think we can close our eyes for free.
Reaction, close your eyes.
Oh, is it just it's like,
If you close your eyes.
With that, it's going to open its maw as it tips up a little bit closer to the surface. It's going to try and splash you, Socket.
Oh, he splashed water on you. Oh,
Ha ha ha! What a friendly guy. As a massive exhale of acid ruptures from the base of the fucking water. Socket.
Yes.
I need. Let's see. Double check. Yeah, no, that would be it. Well,
Dexterity.
yeah.
Dexterity save.
it's gonna be a DC 20 dex save.
Excellent. Advantage. 14. You have to let me know if it succeeds or fails. If it fails, I can roll again with fanatical focus.
It is definitely a failure.
All right, we try again. How's
worse.
As
okay?
you hear Socket
Roll a one
say,
and a two.
"Don't look
My
at
God.
it," and there's a geyser of acid that ruptures from below the surface of the water.
Hell yeah. Give it to me.
Oh,
All right. Thank God for my ring of acid resistance. I'll take half.
Damn,
The
that is
fucking
mega
green
lucky.
gem on my ring
Yeah.
will glow. So that's 29. Goodness gracious. Minus 12 is fucking 17.
yeah, how's your health looking?
I'm at 86 now.
Oh,
With that,
Damn, double digits.
boy's already in the double digits.
Uh-huh.
he
Straight
doesn't
into
break
it.
the surface tension, but you see the light disappear below the ship. It dips below the waves again.
Maybe Annette can like heal from below deck. She can cast heal from
Yeah, that puts her on initiative. That puts her in danger.
She's a threat, which means I can kill her now.
Yeah.
Oh, he gone. He only came up for a little bit.
Yeah, it came up for a little bit as you hear thump, thump, thump at the bottom of this ship.
He go bye-bye. Alright, well it sucks if everybody's gonna drown, but I'll walk the other side of the lake and find a new partner.
Sucks that everybody's gonna drown.
That's just an I'll make it out.
Tell our story.
Silly.
What do you mean, Socket? Azur and I don't breathe either.
That's true.
I-
Dakotas are...
If we jump now, I can join you. We don't have to find too many people. Ben can swim.
Like half our party
and all the prisoners.
would
And
survive.
all the
Personality
prisoners
characters
scream
in
going
the
under.
hallway. They'll be fine.
Anyway,
The dragon will
I
surely eat them quickly.
assume its movement has also taken it out of the line of sight of my spirit.
Yes, you do distinctly hear what sounds like multiple claws, almost like underwalking the boat.
Underwater.
Kind of
Alright,
trippy, because you see the surface tension of the boat, and then there's the thing walking underneath.
Does it... Can I make some sort of check to see if I can figure out where it's going?
It sounds definitely like it's heading towards the front of the bow.
You know what? Good enough then. I'll take a gamble on this side and ready to attack it with my glaive if it comes up.
Alright.
And I will have the spirit staying a bit above the water. It will simply dash over to here.
Alright.
Let's say like
You definitely see the green, luminous thing
20
that it's
feet
carrying with its tail.
and as I am readying, I shut my own eyes and watch myself through my spirit so I know when to stand.
Alright. So, at the end of your turn. Legendary action. Detect. It's gonna make a perception check real quick.
It detects the sentient frog. It's arch animal. It's arch
Uh,
nemesis.
That's what it's here for.
It doesn't care about any of us. We're just in the way.
Yeah, you hear a couple of thumps, and then when it gets to the chunkier part of the hole that's full up, you kind of hear those taps stop. And then Festus. Should I go down and check it out?
Festus, we need you to go overboard and 1v1 the ancient black dragon by yourself.
I'm on it.
No, I'm joking.
I
Stay up
grab
here.
him by the collar as he runs by me. It's my reaction.
I can help. I swear.
No.
I
Get
know
ready
you
to
can help,
shoot
and
it
you'll
up here.
do it from up here.
If you see green light come up from the water, shut your eyes and shoot without looking.
All
If
right.
you see the dragon and no green light, just shoot it.
I think it's aiming for the people. It might be safer if we get everyone on deck.
Wembley.
You mean it's going for those below deck?
Well, it seemed to, from what I can tell, it seemed to stop around the hold.
We're probably just trying to hold our boat, right? Anyway, I have to go and heal something. Do you have any hit dice left, my man?
2.
Okay, I will use the good
Save
hit
them
for
for
you.
this reason, in case I
Yes.
get downed.
Have 18.
I'm back in triple digits.
Awesome. Love to see it. And I'm gonna stand here. That's it.
That's you.
I don't really know what I can do. It's a Durgan.
We all die.
I don't know. Shout down the hatch.
I just slaughter
Just
everyone
get
while
everyone
two
to
of you are
swim in
away.
on-
You mean get everybody to come up on deck, not swim out?
No,
Look,
I said spread out.
Oh,
spread.
Even if they don't all come up, as long as they're not all clumped together.
everybody down there, you need to spread out. The dragon is looking for people.
What? What? All right. As Ven and Annette are starting to hustle, fucking foot. Get everyone.
Find a hiding place and don't make any noise.
At the top of the round, they'll come busting out.
Oh, everybody, get out here and die.
No,
Now you're all
how's this
exposed
better?
to acid.
I just told them to
How's
spread out. I
this-
didn't tell them to run up on deck, but I mean, they're their own people.
The
They
multiple
all
folks.
immediately run into this cabin, which is the farthest from the water and has cover.
You're right. I'll put them in the captain's cabin.
They gotta go there. If he wants to chew on that, he's gotta climb up where I can hit him with my fucking sword. Like the 6 of them that don't fit.
Ah!
Well, considering I have nothing else to do with my action, I'd like to conjure an illusion of a large dead body floating in the water off the side.
Alrighty.
With silent image for reference. So it's like
What kind
15
of body are we
feet.
talking here? Just a giant body, humanoid body? What do we go?
that death giant I saw earlier was a good point of reference. Just him dead in the water.
Alright.
I mean, it is a silent image. It's not really like the moving with the waves, but it might be a good distraction, and I will obey the advice from earlier, and I will close my eyes.
Alright.
And then the gnome goes. I tell him to go help Asilia, so
You got it, boss.
he'll dash on over. Wait. Is he concentration?
He might.
He might be, yeah. Like he is concentrated. Never mind. The dead body doesn't exist. You do not recognize the body in the water.
Any held actions then?
No, I'm closing my eyes. I can't really do anything helpful.
All right. Stock it. This motherfucker melted the back rail so badly.
Yeah, I'm on the side. I heard his claws and stuff. Can I, like, see a leg or something on the side?
Go ahead and
Perhaps a toe claw?
give me a quick perception for free. Just DC 14.
Woof.
You try and make it out, but especially with the spiked treads, it's hard to tell where those are spiked treads or just its claw, especially for the weird shadowed play that's going on with the green light.
Okay, bonus action to continue my rage, held action to fire my wand if I see it. And then I'll close my eyes immediately after.
Alright.
See me.
Moment. Alrighty.
Thank God.
With that, let's see. Yeah. As you hear strange mumblings from underneath the water, fairly loud. Azura.
Yes.
You recognize this as an arcane invocation.
Oh, that's good.
Disgusting.
Do I recognize what it is?
Go ahead and roll me a quick arcana to try and decipher.
Go gadget ring.
Alrighty. So, with that, let's pull up the descriptors here. There we are.
I think there's a long enough cast time that I'm actually able to notice this before we all die is worrying.
Wow. With this, you get the feeling that he is trying to warp the material or the metal to where he can get a hole in the bottom of the ship. Especially with this, as previously joked about, kind of like fabrication in that.
The dragon, I think, is using magic to warp the material on the bottom of the ship so we can hold on to it better. Or open it, I'm not really too sure.
Can you ask him why he's doing this? Tell him to stop.
No, I just recognize the incantation. I'm not speaking to him, Wembley.
Well, I don't think we should, I know he's attacking us, but we try?
We actually could. We do have the helmet.
Dragons are intelligent creatures. Most of them can speak common.
Ilya.
Well, if he's not coming out, I know you mentioned the green glow. Can the spirit see him from here?
From that angle, yes. As you can see the large, basically lump on the bottom of the ship's keel.
That's all I need. Psychic lens.
Alright.
Oh, right, that doesn't.
I really want a creation of gold brick on top of him while he's doing this. Something primal screams out in my soul. It'd pretty much exactly synchronized and be very funny.
There we go.
He will fail that. He'll use a legendary resistance. And then he'll take half to 14. And needs to make a concentration check. Actually, with a 14, he would not be able to fail that concentration check. But you do see the light flare in anger for a brief moment.
And I don't know, my boy will move like a little bit. And shoot 2 more IREs at him.
Alrighty, the 20 will hit. Alrighty. With that, Astis is made at the ready. He's following Socket's lead on that and trying to get ready to shoot without looking. Web.
I'd like to hold my action to attempt diplomacy. If the dragon appears, I'd like to ask it to stop and have a chat.
As you.
The thing is, we're currently not being attacked by a dragon right now. I will walk over and hand Wembley my helmet of comprehend languages.
Oh, thanks. I'll pop it on.
And I'll go back to my post of standing in this exact spot.
Alrighty. Socket. You've seen that the spirit has been shooting some things and causing the light to flicker in anger and some stuttering of whatever is being incanted.
Are we really trying to talk to it? It swam up on us and is wrecking our ship.
I don't know what else we're gonna do, Socket.
Alright. Bonus action to continue my rage, and I will prepare my action to magic missile if the dragon does not seem interested in diplomacy.
Alright.
Do nothing else in this turn.
Swimming over as you see the green glow come up from underneath the spirit itself.
My eyes closed. I ain't even looking.
So I almost forgot. There, even better.
He's gonna
Quick.
show us that he's.
Look, Wembley, use your fighter level diplomacy.
Pretty much. Wait! Oh, we can talk about this. Can you understand me? I can understand you if you want to talk.
He hears you say this as he will proceed with breathing on the spirit alone, but then starts to lurch on the side of the ship looking at you. Candidate spirit, make me a DC 20 dex save.
Yes, it can.
Oh!
Damn! Okay.
It's got moves.
Oh,
Well, fucking damn! Only take half of 62, which will be 31.
That means it's still alive.
With that, you see it lurch up on the side of the ship, holding up the orb for a brief moment. It is dimmed for the moment. Narrows, glowing green eyes down at you as you realize it is a shifting orb made of weaved magic. Truly beautiful.
look, we're just trying to go somewhere. Now, you could fight us and you could kill us. Maybe we could kill you, but I think we should just save each other both the trouble and just... What do you want? We can give you something.
I think you said
You
true.
don't need to do
A
this.
second ago, if you didn't hear it.
Mm-hmm. As I heard correctly, it did say tribute. With that, Wembley, go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
Oh, I'm very persuasive. I take command of the situation. And use my fighter damage.
It looks at you a brief moment of patience and impatience all at the same time. Tribute.
Can give you tribute. You break the ship. We'll sink to the ocean and you might get some of it, but not all of it. We'll just give you some, and then you leave us alone, alright?
You see it looking around, waiting.
Alright. Go. Look, we need a lot of it anyway. Just give it a lot.
Yeah, sure. One moment.
Alright, is everyone
As I look.
holding off for the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna attack him.
What if we just like dump out all the jewels that we have?
I mean, hey, listen, okay. I can count quick. I know what to do.
Does this dragon have like a bag or something?
Yeah, I was about to
What is
say,
it?
sir, do you have some kind of satchel for the money? How do you want to carry it, sir?
With that, you see a flick of the tail and what looks like a gilded treasure chest. This thing seems like almost if it was stolen from an old castle. Probably fit a whole Wembley in there.
Oh, Wembley?
All
That's not too big of a box. This guy's pretty reasonable.
Seems like you're quite good at this. We'll get you, what you want.
Am I allowed to actually do something?
Yeah, he allows you to approach. You can tell he's still watching. The orb shimmering, almost as if like a rattlesnake threatening.
And as I'm walking up to like unfurl the portable hole to start getting stuff out, can I look at the orb and see what it is?
Roll me an Arcana. It is a very hard DC 30.
Oh damn, that is hard.
You can
Go
do it.
ring. I believe in you. Jack.
Oh.
Go ring.
Alrighty, you can tell this is kind of like a shift weave orb that he has made. Multiple spells incanted together on what seems to be almost like a mace-like tail aperture that he's put together, or somebody he's made put together. It's very clear that this dragon has probably been here for a while and maybe has multiple slaves to make him such fully magnificent things.
As I start getting stuff out of the portable hole, that's a very nice sword. It's very well made. Shift weave. Nicest one I've ever seen.
You see him kind of eyes land upon you for a brief moment.
I'm not good enough to make anything like that, mind you. I just recognize it from books.
Roll me a persuasion or deception as you see
Oh,
him
I'm
study
not
you.
picking up. I mean, persuasion. I'm not lying. I literally can't make one.
It's fair.
Persuasion. That's pretty good.
You can tell he studies you pretty heavily for a moment, even looking at some of your magic items. And you get the feeling that he believes you, but still holds interest in your abilities.
Yeah, anyway, so, yeah, realizing that I probably am about to be enslaved if I say anything else, I just start putting money into his box. Okay, let's see, so... It's a Wembley-sized... What's the volume of Wembley, so I can know how much money to throw in there?
The volume of Wembley. Wembley, how tall are you?
Volume...
2'10".
3 foot tall. I'll give him an extra 2 inches.
It's fair, it's fair.
Very kind of you.
Mass divided by density. Oh my god. Just reading this is making... Ugh, I don't want to do math. This is awful.
How much would you want to put in this trip?
Yeah, how much do you weigh? This is an easier way to do this.
55 pounds.
Let's see, there you go. I found a calculator for this. I don't know in what universe you need this.
This universe, right now.
Yeah.
Wembley's weight in gold.
Let's see. Where's an actually useful... measurement in this. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This calculator is, I think it's insane, or doesn't understand how halflings work. Considering this calculator isn't built for halflings and is in fact.
Just convert, go from straight coin weight to 56 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just do his weight in gold or silver or whatever.
Okay, so then 55 pounds, get out the calculator.
If we take too long, the dragon acid breaths us all.
Yeah, it just melts the. Doesn't even kill you. He just melts the boat in half, and he'll come back later.
Oh.
Try finding a fucking falling portable hole through the water, idiot.
He has nothing but time. Okay, so coin weighs 0.02. We have 55 pounds worth of coin space.
How many? Oh, like 0.
2,750 coins would roughly fit in there.
Okay.
In the-
Run it up to 2,800 just to be safe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him extra. I'll fill it to overflowing, just to, show my goodwill, and I'll put in like 2,600 gold, and then like 100 platinum on the top.
With that, you see what remains of his face that hasn't melted away from acid kind of curl at the sides of the mouth as he will wave the tail over it and the chest vanishes into the... It's at this point you see almost like a narrowing in cruelty as he kind of sucks in a breath like he debates on still aciding the ship, and then squishes the one frog next to him and laughs as he disappears beneath the waves.
Wait, are you the monster of the Gulf? Oh, he's gone.
He probably is.
Yeah, probably.
You get very much the feeling that that was the Black Death.
That name fits.
I mean, I'm happy it turned out that, honestly, as far as the cost goes, it's not that bad. Oh no, the ship.
Pretty fortunate that we came upon that ship loaded of gold and actually took some of its gold with us. I'm not sure we could have come out of that so easily otherwise.
I'm pretty sure he was about to take me as a slave there. I spoke a bit too
Oh.
soon. I just wanted to, try to make some positive small talk. He probably has slaves that made that orb.
Oh,
It's a very impressive piece of work, and I think when I recognized that he thought I was going to make him something better. Oof.
alright. Well, if we don't come back here, if we can help it.
I don't think I ever want to be out on the water again after this experience.
No.
The ship creaking and groaning.
I'm gonna go try to fix whatever happened with the ship.
The wetness has been a nice break, but I think it's time we get back to the barren, ashen wastelands.
I could try and hold you still.
Who are you holding still?
In the water. Hey, if you're checking what he did.
I guess I could check the interior first, but I'll take you up on that offer afterwards.
I'm gonna go take a look if that's okay. He kind of looks at Socket like it's okay to go in the water, right?
Let's wait until morning.
Oh, all right.
Socket, the ship might not survive until morning.
I
This thing
send
was
my spirit underneath the ship to take a look around.
Man.
This ship was a firm battering away from being destroyed before a Draken visited.
As the spirit kind of ekes under. you could see that obviously there's plenty of building barnacles, little seedlings start, but more distinctly little puncture marks. Well, I can't say little, noticeable puncture marks for where the dragon was holding on and starting to, well, what seems to be prepare a spell. As far as I can tell, is definitely a fabricate to just punch a square hole in the bottom of the ship and flood it.
He did not want to do any work today. He wasn't about to claw up on the bottom. He was like, nah, clean hole.
10 minutes.
Wizards, when they can solve anything with magic.
He did have the home field advantage. He was under the surface of the water, holding on to the bottom of our ship.
Mm,
That's a smart
there's a
dragon.
few puncture marks, but it doesn't seem like there's anything too serious. At worst, we might need to bucket some water out before we get back to shore.
The only other thing that looks not so superficial is the rudder. Well, go ahead and roll me an investigation as you kind of look through your gay eyes.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean,
that's going nowhere.
looks like it could survive a couple turns here and there, but in the stormy weather, maybe not. When it's calm, for sure.
It's currently stormy weather.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think I know enough about boats to fully assess the damage. I mean, it seems fine.
I can just replace the rudder. Do you think it's a problem at all? It's not that difficult.
Just shrug.
Who would know going out on the water and it would be this big of a nightmare? Is fabricate concentration? No, it isn't, interestingly. Because I just thought of a hilarious thing where it's like, I can have the gnome carry me while I fabricate something in the air. It's basically like a hover glider. Actually, how strong is he? That's an important question. I'm going to use a gnome like a hover glider. He's not, never mind, he cannot hold me. He's pretty weak.
However, if your spell takes longer than one action to cast, it requires concentration to cast it.
Oh, is that a rule?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which is why he was making con saves that. Well, would have had to make them if they didn't,
Yeah. The only difference is that if your concentration is broken before you cast the spell, you don't lose the slot.
Oh, interesting.
You just have to start casting it from the beginning again.
I only ever casted a spell with a long duration, with a long cast time under duress, so I never had to know.
That's because every spell that takes more than one action to cast takes at least a minute. And that's too long for combat, so it's just never an issue.
The only thing that remains is Frog Bucket.
Yeah,
We
fine.
explain
As-
frog book. We explain
Azure.
frog bucket to Azure.
Yes.
Before you go back to bed, one of these frogs is sentient.
Do you want me to guess which one it is?
Like, grab both of the frogs. Which one struggles more violently?
Let's see. Roll me. Give me a second. This is a weird thing.
Animal handling. Figure out
Yeah.
which one is
Roll me an
like-
animal handling. Which one is a squirmer? Alright. Because especially since it's a normal frog. The other one sits idle. The other one, you know, is definitely the one that talks because he's a wiggler. He keeps trying to move. The other one chilled out for the first moment because he leapt for a brief moment, but then froze.
Okay, I drop that one immediately and hold up the Wriggler to Azure. This one.
But does it speak or something? It's just a frog.
Telepathically, according to Azure, it speaks.
According to
You
me.
I'm sorry, according to Azilia, you weren't playing a practical joke on me, were you?
I wouldn't have though.
He's wiggling.
It said someone made it came up and touched it on its lily pad and made it understand everything, but its mouth is too funky to speak. It understands common.
Okay.
Looks at you with a knowledge that no other frog should have.
1,000-yard frog stare.
It's seen things. Eaten things.
I reestablish my mental connection to the frog, just in case it needs to talk again. So, if you need to say anything,
Right. Are you going
You know-
to make it so I can speak? Yeah?
In all
He wants to-
seriousness,
uh,
but what do you want me to do for him? It's frog.
well, he just asked if we could make it so he could speak, but I was just bringing it to your attention since it seems like some sort of arcane thing you might have more knowledge of.
The devil, he's here. As he looks in the other direction.
Also, he thinks Wembley is the devil.
Well,
Oh,
Wembley
you
did
know,
cook
that's
several
fair.
frogs.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, he did mention the screams.
this is not a
Alright.
problem I thought that I would encounter today, or any day.
No, it is very strange.
Alright, well, could you describe a bit more about what happened to you then, Mr. Frog? So that I can try to think about what might be the case for you.
Eating bug. And then a strange two-legged man. Think man? What? Yeah, man. Came up and did this weird-looking ritual and tapped me on the head, and then I could suddenly fully think and recognize things, and avoid the trolls so I don't get eaten.
He says he was eating bugs, and then a man tapped him on the head, and he became smart and could avoid the trolls.
That does sound about like what a frog would perceive that as.
Oh, that's nice.
Alright, God, what do I need to roll to try to understand what happened to the frog?
Roll me an Arcana.
Oh yeah, ring.
Oh god, yeah. With the 21, you definitely recognize the awakening spell. It is done. Some nobles get it done on various pets or horses or others to be able to speak with them. You know, just out of favoritism. It's a curious thing that a druid had enough to do the awakening spell and chose this little frog.
I know it's expensive too, I assume.
Mm-hmm. It is not a cheap material cost.
That is really strange. I think I recognize what happened to him. But it's an expensive thing to do. I don't know why the druid would do that to a frog. And then not take them, with him or anything.
Frog must have a greater purpose in the world. Destined
maybe.
for great things.
I guess maybe if you think about it, well, he's probably rich, and he lived on that island. He's awakening random frogs in swamps.
He looked young.
How long ago was it?
Oh, maybe I think 3 months. He looked really young.
3 months apparently. He looked young.
Well, I've got nothing.
That narrows down the pool of candidates from nobody I know to nobody I know.
Yeah, pretty much. This would be a very interesting quest to pursue if we were doing other things. Looks at the dwarf slave. Yeah,
As for
former dwarf
allowing you
slave.
to speak, I can't really think of a good way to do that for you. My current abilities.
The scribble thing?
Oh, you mean writing?
I could try to write.
I guess you could. You sort of have a thumb.
I could slap it up.
Even know what writing looks like?
You can see he's like takes a hard, long moment to think. I've seen, I think, right.
Where did you see writing? Was it with the young man that did this to you?
By an old farm. Very, very, very stinky. Nice muck there. Very good muck. Lots of bugs.
Hmm. Could I make the frog my familiar god?
I mean, you can
Hell yeah.
sign a contract with the frog.
Teach it to write so it can write its name on the dotted line. Alright.
Well,
Don't
there
you
is
have a
something
name?
else. Yeah, do you want a name?
You can choose your own name.
I like squishy. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
No, don't kill him. Okay, well, I'm Wembley, not the devil. I apologize for my past wrongs.
Hello, Devil Wembley,
No,
Lord of Butter.
alright.
In all games, I'm doomed to adopt a frog, it seems.
Ironically, yeah.
So anyways, there is something else I could do for you. I could bind you as my familiar. It'd make you, it'd shelter you from the death part.
That would be nice. Since he likes squishing me.
And you could talk in my head, so you at least have somebody else to talk to.
I like that.
And I guess I could teach you to write. If you wanted to try. Probably be quite hard for you. I guess you could, like, put ink on your finger and just drag it down the page. That sort of work.
I will do this thing. Let's just right there on the paper.
Right there on the paper. Yes, sign your name in blood.
Ugh.
Um,
We made an insight check on the frog at all.
Nope.
I mean, I just
We
believe
trust
wholeheartedly.
the frog.
I mean, I mostly trust him. He seems harmless. It's just a frog.
What if it's a liar? Maybe It's a spy. How else did the dragon find us?
Because boat?
Sokka, do you not remember being told about the monster that lurks in the harbor around Swanward? Pretty sure that was the dragon.
Regardless, we have people looking for us in a sentient frog. We interrogate it thoroughly. Just make sure you believe it.
You got people looking for you?
We have we're kind of in a lot of trouble constantly. I don't really know if you'd want to hang out with us.
Well, if I couldn't die because of the thingy thing, sure.
I mean, yeah, it is true. You'd be bound to me. You wouldn't be able to leave. I'm telling you that honestly. I've never really bound anything sentient.
I've not traveled before, so it's kind of nice aside from the squishing part.
You don't have to get squished. It's voluntary.
I don't know if that's voluntary. He wiggles.
I like that he's just named Squishy now.
What's he saying?
Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm not actually supposed to be able to have a full conversation with him. I'm just having
Yeah,
fun
he
talking to the
says-
frog.
He says he doesn't think the squishing part is voluntary.
I put the frog on Wembley's head so that it can remain at eye level with Azure.
That is true. That is probably pretty close.
And it uses the Wembley podium.
It is now on the double.
You better believe it.
Do we have charcoal or herbs hanging around here anywhere?
Charcoal or herbs?
Yeah. Incense.
High or low for favor results, whatever you've collected.
As we always say, always high, baby.
Do you need me to set up another special delivery?
Oh, well, I mean, it just takes charcoal, and I don't have any, because, well...
It is still the middle of the night. We can resolve the rest of this in the morning.
Yeah, so anyway, so always high, baby, D20.
Alright.
What did I miss?
Once per session.
I'm not going to use my once per session on finding some
Once per
charcoal.
session.
Wait, what? What did I miss?
Oh, I was just discussing that I don't actually have the component for Divine Familiar. I have the Brazier in my bag, but I do not have the, is it Brazier or Brazier? Is that how you pronounce
Brazier.
it?
Brazier is...
the
Brazier.
woman's underclothing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh,
It pushes ups and flips.
Yeah, that's
and
why you gotta be
shivers.
careful about how you say it.
no, that's that
Anyways,
turtle lady in my last
the,
game.
the Brazier.
Oh yes, Squishy the Frog is
That's
now
more
using...
Wembley's department.
It's true. Women will always be Wembley's department.
Oh, I've got a few trophies. Maybe I've got one of those somewhere.
No, I have the brass thing.
Bass
It's in the
just
back.
looks at you like, you carry ladies' underwear with you?
No, they're braziers.
Oh. It must be really heavy carrying those around.
Yeah, I've got a separate bag of holding for 'em.
Women's Brazier razors. Big honkin' brass.
A brazier.
I guess we'll have to resolve doing all of that when we get to the actual city.
All right. I'll stay hidden.
Do your best, son. I'm really trying not to cook any more frogs.
Hops down from Wembley and goes to hide amongst the barrels.
I expected the frog to be the ancient black dragon, but 6 of 1.
I mean, I'll take an ancient black dragon as my familiar.
The ancient black
Oh,
dragon comes to you.
we done with the sentient frog situation?
I mean, I'll take him with us when we.
No, I
actually
mean, like, for now. Do the rest of you like to know Dalthrin's fate?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
that is the much more pressing issue.
I'll wait my turn. So, he's alive. Situation is as expected. He's been captured, kept underground, terrible conditions. Uh, they confirmed what we know. They're off to our ruby gem, and they've sent a group after us recently, so we might run into that. Dothran will hold on as long as he can, but he doesn't want us to tango with Vina. She's strong, he said.
Well, Darthran hasn't seen any of our personal growth. He
Indeed, we have grown quite a bit since we last
is
saw him.
surely underestimating us.
True, but I'd rather be over-prepared than leaving it up to chance.
Well, also, he already sacrificed so much for us, it kind of makes sense that he would just want us to escape instead of potentially ending up like him.
Don't get me wrong, I want to rescue Darthrin. Just
No, I
don't
do
want to
too.
fail.
Considering what they're doing to him, I
Because then
really
it'll
don't
be all
want to
for
fail.
nothing. Most important is that we get stronger, we beat Vina, and we rescue him.
When we get back to Dimspire, we have a lot of money.
We do. We can kit ourselves up.
Additionally, once we save him, if he wants to, he can. Do you want to open up our own business in Dimspire? Is that what we're going to do with that place?
Do a lot of things. Just need to
what
get
do we
all
even
these
do?
enemies off our back. We wouldn't want to draw them to where your parents live.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, Vina finds out. They might share Dodgeman's fate.
Well, at least they're slightly harder to kidnap than Dathan. I don't know how
So
Bonham's
yeah,
doing.
in summary, the situation is bad with Dothburn, but there's nothing we can do about it, so try not to worry so much. Focus on the task at hand. We'll get there.
Everyone put to bed your grave worries. And we're keeping him for now.
Now, I am an old man, and I am EP. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think I should just go back to sleep. Gnome, disappear. Well, actually, wait. Rudder.
Yeah, I mean, do you want us just to take you under and fix it?
Looking over the side, how bad does it look?
With that, go ahead and roll me an investigation report.
I'm out of ring charges. I have to do this the normal like a plebeian. Yeah, that's what I deserve. I abused the ring, and thus it looks down upon me.
It looks pretty battered. You're not sure how long you can go even with normal sailing, but it can get a distance.
Mm-hmm. Well, the problem is I'm going to need actual metal for this. I can't do wood personally. Is there any scrap metal hanging around the ship? Would a metal rudder even work? Why do they make rudders out of wood is the question. I'd
Because the
assume
rest of the boat is made of wood.
like does a rudder made out of metal have any reason to not work?
A metal
All that
rudder.
matters is the shape of it. The material affects the weight and the sturdiness, but not its effectiveness.
I don't know a lot about boat construction in real life, you know. Is there some random scrap metal from around the ship?
Just collecting whatever pieces you can. With that, you'd definitely be able to find enough to set up a rudder or a makeshift rudder to get back home.
Yeah, basically just, you know, breaking off the old one and just refabricating the old rudder while fastest holds me in place so I don't, you know, drift off to sea.
Rips off, never seen again.
Dragon waiting right behind me. Oh, good. Free slave. You only need to add an hour to continue your long rest. That's pretty favorable.
Yeah, it's nice. So, 9-hour long rest.
What part of the night did that happen during, Josh?
With that was third shift.
Okay. Just trying to determine if my rest was over or not at that point.
Yeah, it would have been.
I
So-
don't think it would have been.
I thought you only need 4.
I do only need 4, but I had to start during second shift
True.
because
of
I
the,
spent the first shift haunting Favor.
atheist. Alright. So.
We're getting a second combat encounter.
Thankfully, not yet.
Not yet.
Or unless you're fading.
I am fading. It's midnight and I woke up really early today.
That's fair.
Now, I'm gonna roll this really quick because I want to copy the command into the spirits thing so I can make it a token action.
Let's see. Here.
On top of that, you're missing 2 people to batter.
It is true. I will say, as didn't type it up like a numpty, but especially for what you were told, Private Acilier. The curiosity of a different name kind of rings out in your ears from what was mentioned. You have this strange curiosity. You went to almost like a ball, somewhere where many people come together. It seemed almost more noble in a way. Trying to be more presentable, kept uptight. Your brother mentioning that you look the most presentable out of everyone here. Kind of half mocking the other nobles that are trying to look more fanciful. Out of the mix, though, there are a few families. Do you even recognize a Heartcast family? One that Judith was a part of. It's almost like pushing between the crowds as you start to reach for one of those names. Nicholas Batinel was definitely there. He remembers so distinctly someone talking about a business contract that they seemed very heavily insistent on that someone else sign. And you remember their last name started with an H. Slowly start to kind of form that word on your lips, the last name, somewhere along the line. As you realize that this name's nowhere at all to be had in Siltai. It's almost as if this name has vanished entirely. Swept away at the same time that yours was taken. But you remember the first three letters are H-E-I. Though the last few escape you as you remember that brief moment saying hello to them. And coming to present and be possible future patrons of whatever this deal was.
Alright.
For the rest of the day, it's so strange. It's even with these memories and them only being memories, you can almost swear you occasionally catch the drifting scent of whatever appetizers were served at that party, the occasional scent of someone's exotic cigar, some distant land, and well, even the various drinks that were served out that day. Someone with black hair, much younger, keeps playing in your mind, but you can't remember their face exactly. I feel like you've seen it before, even if the details are still fuzzy.
Alright.
Those were the three letters you remember distinct.
Yeah.
On the
All right.
Huh?
No, I don't have anything to add to that.
all right. On the calm seas of the day, you are ever closer to Swanward. Socket.
Hello.
You do feel kind of like that brush of familiarity for a brief moment as you know you're getting closer to Swanward. Probably
Cool. Another day of training with my rock.
hell yeah. Another day of training as you know that you're getting closer back to the place you originally protected.
Hmm.
And then you feel a push from deep within your core again.
Ooh.
You feel that claw creep in slowly. And you kind of feel a very subtle whisper. Almost as if the voice was behind you trying to whisper in what would be your ear, but you can tell it's in the back of your mind. You should finish those orcs permanently. They have the audacity to threaten your family. Break them, and there will.
Who does the voice sound like?
It sounds deep, gravelly, but with sparks of fire. Embers waiting to awaken. Though the hand on that gem feels like a claw. Nothing like a human or a Genasi or a dwarf of like something more primordial and old, but not an elemental strictly. Something that's in the middling line, but also a strange, comforting sense of this is possibly what made you.
None who show their faces to me. Killing orcs is the first thing I remember doing.
It would not harm any other. Slay them.
Time to go orc hunting, boys.
Have fun.
It's okay, they're orcs. They don't have human rights.
With that, you feel the hand slowly release the gem and still feel a little of that emberic spark. Still in your control, but almost like it's built in. With that, especially since we have a smaller amount of patrons, but Nick is dying. We can leave off on as you guys are able to return back to Swanward.
Oh,
Hey, we made it.
Is it just one more day of travel?
With that, the storm actually pushed you in the correct direction.
oh,
Damn.
Hooray!
I assume we didn't lose any dwarves, so we.
Thankfully, Also for shits and gigs, Azir, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Is the frog possessing me? Wisdom save, go. 12.
Excellent.
It's the end of the session, so I'll use my once per without knowing what this is for. You know.
Yeah.
why not?
Reasonable.
Wisdom save. Clearly,
Oh,
you're
there you go,
right
baby.
on.
Son of a bitch!
But it can't be Lady Ilmer or any of her servants, because they just can't do it. So who else has to scry on you?
You remember the people that saw us with the gem and ran away.
No.
Azir,
It's the Afridi hunters.
Nah.
you feel an uneasy chill up your spine. And then
Uneasy.
Oh my god.
it fades away.
I was right.
What did you say?
And then it goes away. Like something was trying to look at you.
Oh, okay.
They were trying to scry on you. I was just making a joke.
So, apologies for the short session, but with minimal people.
How fucking
Right, you're
dare
short on
you.
players.
But now we could go to Navigon. We can wipe people out.
Wait, what? What?
Why are we committing
Hold
a
on.
genocide all of a sudden? I can't wait to hear Socket pitch this genocide to us.
Guys, it's a really good idea. They have
Alright, guys,
things we
listen.
want.
Actually, no, Josh is still streaming. I'm not going to be. I was going to say something entirely friendly and reasonable.
Friendly. Bye,
Definitely
chat.
not out of pocket.
Bye.